Yo, it's your boy Michael Trilteo, and I'm here with the Ghetto Flower, Fresh Flowers podcast. You already know what it is. Back in the booth, got my main man Q in the building with me. What's good, gang?
Shit, bro, we got another special guest, man.
Very
You know what I'm saying? We at Foxhole once again, bro. Shout out Logan, man.
Shout out Logan, shout out Foxhole. And yo, I'm excited for this one, Q. We got a very special guest in the building. One of the GOATs from Chicago, in my opinion.
For sure.
A legend, an underground king, Mr. Rockie Fresh.
My dogs, appreciate y'all.
Hey.
I got my rollie on, I had to hit that Shadur.
Ooh, the Shadur. Shout out Colorado, man.
So we're gonna get into it, Rocky, man. Like, what have you been recently on, bro? I seen you at the Porsche situation. Like, what was that all about, bro?
Man, I got blessed to be invited to the 75th anniversary of Porsche in LA. I slid out there. I like cars, but I'm also like, I like old school cars, like people that know, not to like go too deep into probably questions that we gonna.
Yeah, right. We're gonna
like,
tap in.
I like old school cars, but the DeLorean, that was like a branding thing. Like at the same time, I'm really about like futuristic stuff. And so with that being said, I like a lot of new whips, and Porsche has been on my radar for something new that I wanna, you know, tap into, and I got honored to get invited to the 75th anniversary of Porsche. And man, it was a great time. I was blessed to be the only rapper there. It was like 1 in 60. Like, it was an honor, bro. Honestly, like I had a great time there. Shout out to the Porsche family.
Yeah, shout out.
And I'm looking into hopping in one of those real soon, for sure.
I feel you. Like, real quick, like, what's your favorite whip? You have a favorite?
So I got a lot of whips I rock with. But also I'm realistic with myself, you know what I'm saying? One of my favorite cars is the Ferrari FF. It's like the hatchback Ferrari. But Porsche just recently dropped a new car called the Taycan Cross Turismo, which is a hatchback electric vehicle. And that's what I got my own right now. It's kind of like a slightly more affordable version than the FF. But like the Ferrari FF, one of my favorite cars for sure.
I feel you. And it's crazy because you already segue into my other question. You bring up the DeLorean.
Yeah.
I don't think you knew. I don't even know if you knew at the time. By putting the DeLorean on the front of one of your covers, you would make kids want that shit, bro.
Yeah.
And people don't realize, you know, you couldn't get a DeLorean. You feel me? Because the motherfuckers discontinued. So, like that is the. Did you know that, bro? Because I'm in high school at the time. I'm seeing this cover. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, I need that shit.
So it's like for me, it's like a 50-50 thing, right? Because it's like, I view myself as just like a regular person.
Right,
so it's like the things that I get attracted to, I feel like other people somewhere in the world, not everybody, but it's going to be a pocket of people that feel like me that's going to get tapped into the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I understood that there was a pocket of people somewhere that was going, if they got the ability to know what I was on, they was going to feel the way I felt. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So that was more so the mindset. Like, did I know I was going to reach the people? You know, it was always a dice roll, but that's how this shit go. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, I knew if, you know, I landed on the right numbers, that it was going to be some people out there that felt how I felt. So
I
that
feel
was
you.
all mindset behind that.
So when did you first see the DeLorean? And how was that process? Were you always just a car dude and you all like, you know what, like this car is hella fly, you know, you peep back to the future and shit. So like how
So like it's crazy because I tell people, bro, like, you know, getting put on stuff is like the key to like growth. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you coming from the bottom for real. Like you don't really know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people all the time, like my favorite car when I was coming up as a shorty was a PT Cruiser. Like me and my little sister 5 years younger than me. Shout out to my sister Traylon. We used to have this game where we used to ride home and like try to see who can see the most of their favorite car. So mine was a PT Cruiser. Hers was a Volks or the Herbie. What's it called? The Beetle. Exactly. Yeah. So we used to have that competition. So that's where my whole car thing started at. I'm like, oh, the PT Cruiser. I seen Cash Money had that joint in one of their videos. I'm like, oh, I need one of these. You know what I'm saying? And as I got older, I went to a high school called Homewood Flossmoor. I became aware of like a higher level of finances. I became aware of Bentleys and Porsches and all of this different type of stuff. I became aware of movies and music that I wasn't even hip to.
Right.
And when I really tapped into, like, I seen Back to the Future as a shorty, but when I really tapped into it, like, you know, as a high school student, I'm like, oh yeah, this car crazy. Like, it got the butterfly doors.
Futuristic.
But it didn't take till, which Driving 88, you know, not like I said, not to go too far into it, but that was my third mixtape. So it didn't take till then for me to like realize the rawness of the car. You know what I'm saying? So it started there. For sure.
Exactly. And do you feel like that mix? I mean, I'm pretty sure it did. Do you feel like that kind of propelled, like, kind of stabilized your sound and propelled you to go to newer heights? Because I know you had, you know, the older shit, like Rockie's Modern Life, you know what I'm saying, all the old shit.
It did, but it's like, I gotta give credit to the project that came out before that, which was The Other Side, because because that's when tour life started. That's when famous people started to reach out to me. Like, shout out to Patrick Stump, he the lead singer of Fall Out Boy. Like, he took me on my first tour. And that came from the project that came before Driving 88, which gave me all of the experience and, you know, me going to LA, me being able to work in bigger studios than I ever seen in my life. Like, all of that played a role into, like, creating, like, Driving 88, the project. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give credit to that project. I feel like Driving 88 was, like, the finally moment for me. Whereas for other people, it was the introduction to Rockie Fresh. Like, for me, it was like, oh, finally, like, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was kind of, like, in between being over, like, making rap music by the time Driving 88, like, actually came into fruition. Because I'm like, man, I'm low-key nice. Like, bro, like, y'all asleep. But then Driving 88, like, made me understand that it's a process and that you got to put in your time. You got to put in your hours. You got to go through people sleeping on you. You got to go through a lot of stuff to get to where you want to go, at least for my situation. So that's how I view Driving 88 for sure.
I feel you. Like, how was that, like, tour life? Because that was, like, in 09 or something, right?
Yeah,
like
2009, 2010,
2010 type shit.
shit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
How was that, man? Because I know around that time, you must have been having some real fun because social media wasn't
a great
that
place.
crazy.
It was a great time, but also, like, you know, I always walked into this like looking at it as a business, even though it was fun for me. So it kind of validated my business sense when I was able to be a person that, you know, I grew up on Kanye, Wayne, Hove, all these people. So, but also going to the high school I went to, it was very diverse, and I always had a love for rock music, but it put the laminate on my love for rock music. You know what I'm saying? So I was aware of Fall Out Boy, Good Charlotte, you know what I'm saying? My Chemical Romance, John Mayer, Paramore, like all these huge bands at the time before I even recorded my first song. And so for the first person to take me on tour to be the lead singer of Fall Out Boy out of all these artists that I'm inspired by, it validated like, all right, you on to something. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
When I got that experience, as much fun as I had, I took it very serious. And it made me understand, like, bro, if you keep staying on point, you keep working, you hone in on this, you could at least turn this into a career for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I looked at it for sure.
That's dope. Like, let's take it back to like high school Rocky, right?
For sure.
You were you getting exposed to like Fall Out Boys and different genres of music, but how were you making your own music? And like, what was your focus then? Did you see it going that far, you know, going on tour? What were you sort of striving for back then?
Well, high school Rocky didn't really see none of this happening. You know, I thought, honestly, to be real, I thought being a rapper was lame. I didn't really want to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I have to add at this point, like, I don't like even write my music. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is all like freestyle off the top. It's just come to me natural. But when I realized that, especially where I was at in my senior year of high school, I'm like, man, my grades is bad. I ain't going to a good college. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, on path to achieve what some of my friends or what my parents want me to achieve. But also, for some reason, it's like I'm coming up with bars.
The bars are coming.
And so what happened was I had a freestyle battle with one of the best rappers in my high school. Shout out to Steve Spites.
Okay.
His name's Steve Spice. I don't know what he on right now, but I appreciate
Shout
my
out
boy.
Steve.
Salute him. and basically, we one of my homies, his name Cal Fitzpatrick. I ain't talked to him in a minute either. Salute to Cal. But he hyped up this battle between me and him because I used to just play around freestyling in class. It was all a joke to me.
Yeah, just
bro,
playing around with it.
And he was like, man, bro, the stuff you be saying, along with some of my homies that went to different schools that I was cool with, they like, bro, the stuff you be playing around saying is low-key raw.
It's hard.
You know what I'm saying? And so they hyped up this battle. My boy like, oh, I bet bro can beat the best rapper in my school. And we had a battle my senior year in front of like a large majority of my high school. I ended up winning the battle.
Tough.
And that's where it all started. For me, it was like, oh, people really,
They like the rap.
they
like
going
the
off
vibe.
this.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it started there.
That's
for sure.
fire. I love it. I love the old school like rap battle.
Yeah,
like, we're
yeah.
actually gonna bar
And that's
for
the
bar,
thing. I'll probably have never battle nobody ever again in my life. And I'm not even interested in that type of like competitive rap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
at that time, shout out to Murder Mook, shout out to Loaded Lux, Reed
Exactly.
Dollars. Like that's what I came up on. So it was like we battling
Battle
was just
rapping.
regular. You know
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
was a
saying?
sport
And
and shit,
that's how it kicked off for sure.
That's fire. That's fire.
I feel you. So like when you so when you dropped driving 88, like how was that whole process of being like, because I remember when you dropped that shit and I was all like, damn, like this nigga just, you know what I'm saying? But it seems like you was already on that trajectory, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So how was it like during that time, you know, dropping that and getting that response? Because that honestly, like, for me on the outside looking in, like that was like the one where I was all like, yo, like,
Yeah.
this is Rockie Fresh, this dude crazy.
This dude hard.
So you'll meet a lot of rappers, bro, that be like, oh, I wouldn't change nothing, none of that. Like for me, like I always say, like if it's one thing I could change, it would be my appreciation for my journey. But it
Really?
was so much stuff going on at the time. It's just like, bro, I was numb to everything. So it's like
Right.
driving 88 didn't hit the same way to me as far as the response the same way it did everybody else, because I was dealing with my first lawsuit at the time.
Right,
I'm sampling stuff. These people coming from left and right. So now I'm looking like, oh, this is real. I really didn't get to, even when I got signed to Ross, it's like I didn't get to really embrace the experience, like, because I was just in it, bro. Like, I have fun. Like, now, like, I'm a very, like, you know, fun going, like, able to, but, like, back then, it was like, all this was so serious to me. Like, anything that went left, it's like that got more of my focus than appreciating what was really going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what was going on for me. It's like I knew the music was hitting, like I was on tour doing what I was doing, but at the same time, I'm like, man, bro, like it's a lot going on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I
People
feel
don't
you.
even know.
I feel you.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that's why I'm happy, you know, you're able to give that perspective. You
Yeah,
feel me?
for
Because
sure.
motherfuckers don't know and they just think it's just, you know, all good because
Yeah.
it's crazy because at the time, you know, Lupe, he was before you, you know
Oh,
what I'm
of
saying?
course,
he
of
did
course.
his
Salute
thing.
Lupe, for
That was
sure.
like 06, 07.
Yeah.
And then you were after that. And then right after that, it's like, you know, the whole Chicago wave comes
Yeah,
right
for
after
sure.
that.
Yeah, you got
You know what I'm
everybody talking
saying? So I feel like you're definitely an originator, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
Thank you,
It's
bro.
crazy, like looking at you now. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, surreal for me.
For,
you know
for
what I'm
us,
saying?
yeah, like
Appreciate
coming
it.
up in high school, like I literally have memories of Q sending me Rockie Fresh songs in high school.
That's
Like,
dope.
while we're at lunch.
See, I
He's
never
playing your
even
music.
like looked at that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit, I got a lawsuit on me for
That's what I'm
sampling this
saying.
nigga. I'm getting sued for money I ain't even got it.
we running your streams up. We just listen to
Bro,
you.
I
So we don't
appreciate
know.
that. And that's funny that you said that, because you said run the streams up. I think that's a big difference too that got to be highlighted at that time. We was just strictly that piff and
That
like
piff,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying,
Yeah,
shit
that's-
like that. Like if I dropped those projects on Spotify, I probably would have been a little bit more like understanding of what was going on Apple Music, because that's revenue. Like we was
Exactly. You
dropping
see
this
the money
shit for
coming
free.
in.
Right,
So it
on
really
God.
wasn't about the
On
money to me
God.
or none of that. This was all about the like utilizing this as a
stepping
train to
stone
get to
kinda.
the next level to where I can really put out an album. You
album.
know what I'm saying?
Hell
yeah. God.
So that's how I looked at it.
And let's talk about that, bro, because you were brought up in the era of mixtapes, bro. The mixtape
It's a
era.
golden era.
Man, Jesus. Like you said, you could go on that piff and download whatever the fuck you want.
You see
know
what
what
I'm saying? Hell
And there's
yeah.
new drops all the time, you know? So
Every
like
day.
so like that's why I want to ask you, like, how was it during the, you know, the mixtape era, and like, you know, who are the artists that like you really like gelled with during that time? Because I know, you know, you got a couple projects with Casey Veggies, you know,
That's
one of my
my brother.
favorite artists, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
West Coast Connect.
So like,
My
who did
brother.
you gel with during that time, man? Like, it's a crazy time.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like everybody you ever seen me do a feature with, them my peoples. Like
feel you,
I
I
don't do
feel
none
you.
of that reaching that shit. Like, people know me, bro. I be chilling, laid back on my own type of time. And I'm grateful for all of the artists that was able to get cool with me through me being like that. Because it's like, I be around, I be with everybody, bro. But it's just like, I be doing my own thing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I gotta give first, Casey, my brother. Like, shout out to, and I like to, that's why I don't do a lot of interviews, because I can get long-winded, because it's a lot of people that help see the shit that the people see.
Yeah.
So it's like, I gotta give a shout out to Brandon Deshae, who was a member of the I Future family with Casey, and him and Tyler had their little fallout and shit, but Brandon is originally from Chicago, and he put me and Casey on the same record. So I never knew Casey until Brandon Deshae was like, oh, I'm from Chicago, but I'm working out in LA, and I'm with I Future. So I'm with this guy, Casey Veggies, who's one of the original founders, and I want to put y'all on the same song. And what he did was he put us on the same song. Me and Casey both fuck with each other verses. We started tapping in on Twitter. When I first came to LA, shout out my boy Mike Daly. He the first person to bring me out to LA. When I came to LA, Casey was the first artist I linked with. And we just got to cooking from there. So and that became my brother. Like, me and Casey, like, that's real life family. You know what I'm saying? Bro done stayed at my house. I done stayed at his house. Bro be with my kids. They look at him like an uncle, But that all started from Brandon Deshae. So I give bro his props, you know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, like, any artist, bro, from Chris Brown, Wiz, Ross, anybody you ever see me work with, they my dogs, bro. It's like, it may be a few, like, during the golden MMG time, where it's like, you got songs like Presidential Remix, where it's me, Pharrell, and Ross. I never really tapped in with Pharrell in person until way after that song was made. But Ross put that together. And same with Black Grammys with me, Ross, J. Cole, Meek, and Wale. It's like, y'all know, like, Meek Mill, Ross, and Wale, they're my family, but me and J. Cole, we did shows together way before that song was done. I never really tapped in with him in person, but he blessed that record and put his verse on there knowing that I was on there, so it's like, it's always love, but like, most of the time, bro, I say 90% of the people you ever see me work with, they really my peoples for sure.
That's what's up, man. You gotta definitely, keep it in the house with the motherfuckers you rock with.
Yeah.
And you bring up the boss, Ross, MMG, you know what I'm saying? So how did that happen, bro? Like, how did that whole connection happen? Because we at the crib, we like, damn.
For real. Yeah. Rockie Fresh signed to MMG.
This shit crazy.
And they the hottest group at the time.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And during that time, that run was crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is some shit that'll go down in history. You're a part of history. You know what I'm saying? So, like, how was that, during that time?
So, that's another, like, two-sided thing, like, in reality, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, if I give y'all the real in-depth story, like, I had a lot of offers from, like, a lot of labels, like, leading into that time frame. And Ross was literally my favorite artist at that time. So out of everybody that was offering me stuff, like, I was the most flattered that, like, Ross was like, you know what I'm saying? I rock with you. Like, everything you do, like, bro, I'm rocking with it. And that meant a lot to me. But then on top of that, if you rewind to, like, what I was telling y'all earlier, like, I was dealing with my first lawsuits, and all this type of stuff. And one of them lawyers that was suing me happened to be Ross's lawyer and Diddy's lawyer. Before they even reached out, you know what I'm saying? This before Driving 88 came out, these lawsuits had started from what I was sampling, beats that I was using and all of that. And so a lot of the major labels, when I went to go do a deal individually, and shout out to my manager, Andrew Gerler, very honest man. So what we could have just scooped the money up and he was telling them like, yo, we dealing with these lawsuits based off of this and that. And with Ross and Diddy in specific, which, Diddy got Bad Boy, Ross had MMG at the time, like they looked past all of that, you know what I'm saying? They understood the thing. And then once I told them who was suing me, they both happened to have the same lawyer.
Oh, damn.
You get what I'm saying? And so my decision came down to those two. And it's like, one, I'm a huge fan of Diddy. I'm a huge respecter of Diddy and everything he pulled off. But I felt like Bad Boy legacy reached past way before I even... You know what I'm saying? It's like you got Biggie, you got, you know what I'm saying, Moon, you got 112, you got all these huge, you know what I'm saying, acts, whereas MMG was a a new faction.
Fresh, yeah.
Fresh.
Yeah.
And so, no pun intended. But like, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it was a thing where it was like I wanted to be a part of something new.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, like you said, Ross was on fire at the time, Meek was on fire at the time, Wale. And I didn't even look at it like, oh, I'm gonna be just like these niggas. But I looked at it as like Ross understands what it takes in this era to let an artist be him, and which he did with me, 100%. He let me be me, bro. Never tried to change me, none of that shit. So that's how I really started, and bro really just stayed on point with me. Like I didn't feel like it was no industry shit going on. I didn't feel like bro was trying to finesse me or to get this and that. He's just a real genuine dude, and so ultimately, you know, the picks came down to between being Bad Boy and being MMG, and you know, happily I chose MMG. Like Bad Boy, like man, I would no listen though, for real though. I would recommend a lot of artists to go that route. But just at the time that I was thinking and at that mindset when I was 21, it was like, man, I want to be a part of this new shit. Like, I want to be the Kanye for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how it was for me. Like,
that makes so much sense when you say it, bro. Like, I love the way you broke that down, bro. Like, real quick. What's your favorite like collab you have with Wale?
Favorite collab I got with Wale.
Real quick.
Damn, that's tough.
Yeah, I got some music, man.
Yeah.
That's tough, bro. First off, shout out to Wale for even like working with me in the capacity that he do. Like me and him, we got real like ties. Like a lot of his crew is like my peoples. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel
that's
you.
been my peoples since before MMG. Shout out DJ Money, Phil Ade. Like Wale DJ was my tour DJ. Like you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So this like been locked in. I gotta say, probably the record Hold On.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what
we
I'm
was just
saying?
bumping that. We was just bumping
Yeah,
that.
that's just because it's mine. You know what I'm saying?
My name on
For
it.
sure.
I feel you.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. You brought up Phil Ade, bro. What does he do? What is he still rapping stuff?
Yeah,
now?
my boy Phil Ade still going crazy, and you know I put him in the category like it's a certain group of guys. I don't even know if y'all was gonna get to this name and I'm about to say, but like I put Phil Ade, Vic Mensa in a specific category because we all dropped our first and second projects around the same time, and I don't even know if Phil Ade and Vic Mensa got a relationship with each other, but for me, like they was both my brothers. Like Wale, before even me and Casey tapped in, how we did, motherfucking Phil Ade was like my first out of town brother. You know what I'm saying? Rap shit, on some ally shit. So the way he did his project, it like elevated my thinking. Same way with Vic Mensa. His first mixtape is called Straight Up. If y'all ain't heard it, go listen to it. You know what I'm saying? But that came out after my first project. So that led to my second project because I'm like, damn, this nigga Vic not playing. Like, and I'm competitive in a fun way though. Like I don't do no hating shit. I ain't throwing shots at no niggas or nothing like that. But like when I see people doing great, it made me want to take it to another level. So those two, they hold a special place like in my creativity because they helped me take it up another notch at a time where it's like I could have, you know what I'm saying, plateaued. But when I seen what they did, I took it a little further.
Hey, Rocky speaking real underground shit right now,
For real.
man. He talking Phil Ade. You don't know who Phil Ade is, man. Do your homework.
Tap in. Look it up.
And you don't know Vic Mensa's first project? Look that shit up. I like that track. I like the way, bro. Like that.
Oh yeah,
I like the way you.
I like the way you do your thing. Come on, man.
That's
what I'm
come
saying.
on, man.
I'm really in this shit, man.
Nah, yeah.
How did that feel like at that time? Like, you know, being from Chicago in the city and, you know, you just signed to a big label. Like, how were people receptive to you after that news came out and, you know, you're a big rapper now?
Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I give the city they credit, bro. Like, they always treated me with respect throughout the whole journey. So when that happened, it was more so a feeling of the city being proud.
Yeah,
because they knew it was gonna happen.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus it being a thing like, oh, now you treating me different like this. Cause like, I didn't have that, bro. Like, I was always lit. Like, when I first came out on the scene, I was always on my shit.
Hell yeah.
Always about my fashion. Always when I pop out, I'm always trying to do it big.
Yeah.
And the city embraced that. And so when I got signed, niggas was just happy, bro.
Exactly.
Same with me. Like, I feel like everybody else is more happy than I was. Like, I'm like, oh shit, it's go time. It's like, you know, it's like I was a part of the debate team in high school. And even though my studies And the way that I approached school wasn't gonna lead me to this. I always thought, like, in the back of my mind, I was gonna be a lawyer or some shit like that. And the work that it took to get there is a lot. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go through several years of school and you gotta pass several tests. You gotta pass the bar exam. So getting signed was like me going through that process for me. It didn't catch me off guard. It was like, damn, like, I finally passed the bar.
Yeah.
And now it's time for me to do my job. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it was.
True. That's a good way to look at it.
Man, that's so dope. You broke that down like that. But I'm hearing all these different things, like as far as like your cover art, as far as like, you know, like the names in your songs and the names of your projects. You know, it's centered around cars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We're kind of going back to cars. So like, how does that like what do you? I guess like take from that. You feel me? Like as far as like cars and bringing it into your whole like I guess world. You know what I'm saying? Because you like I said, like you have hella song names with, you know, car names or car influence, and your albums are definitely influenced a lot by cars. So like, how does that play a role in your life? You know what I'm saying?
First off, that's an amazing question.
Yeah.
And it sparks a new answer in my thinking too when you ask that, because that's a refreshing question. For me, like, my whole thing is about motion.
Ooh.
Like, you gotta stay moving. You know what I'm saying? When you get in the car, outside of you getting into the smoke with your homies and listen to some music on some stationary stuff, the real object of the whip is to stay moving. That's what you're getting from point A to point B. So I want my projects to be a thing that help you get from point A to point B. But then when you look at the cars that I choose to like utilize, it's about being creative. So it's like, I just want to creatively keep my motion. Like the DeLorean is one of the most different design vehicles that you can find. You know what I'm saying? It's got the butterfly doors. It's made out of stainless steel. It's all. So it's like, I'm all about motion, but I'm about doing it in a creative way. And that's where the car aspect come into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like, cause that's what I, and I like that you explained that, because that's kind of like what I kind of got from it. You know
That's
what I'm
great.
saying?
I mean, I did my job.
That's what I'm saying. I'm happy you broke that down. But yeah, Electric Highway, like that shit for real. When that shit
That's
came
the
out,
project for me.
man,
That means so much
That's
to
the
me.
one for
Because
me,
I didn't
bro.
think that, honestly. Like, when
That's
I
my
made
shit.
Electric Highway, it was like all eyes on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got all these industry connects now. I'm factoring in all these different things. But at the same time, I just went in a place where I just wanted to do what felt right to me. And it was the first time that I was getting hate, like super hate. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't really know how it resonated until later down the line.
What were they hating on? Like, just you being lit, you being that guy? Kind
I'm
of?
gonna be honest, like, now I done grew up so much, I can't even remember what
They're
the
just
specific-
hating, just to hate.
But at that time, I know
Okay.
I was experiencing, you gotta think, like, I went from being, like, Chicago, like, rock bands rocking with me to, like, Rick Ross, who's also a hated rapper. You get what I'm saying?
True.
So it's like I'm inheriting certain stuff
Okay.
from what he got going on. Wale is a hated rapper. Like, people hate on a lot of the MMG family. That's another reason what made me respect the motion Ross was on, because he saw past all this internet shit and was looking at the creativity and the skill level of the artist that he rock with. But we all gotta go through that door, you know what I'm saying, and experience it for the first time. Like, and so for me, I was like half and half. And I keep it real, you gotta, like, this a message to all the artists. When you're doing something different, you gotta keep a certain level of homies around you that can support what you want, regardless of what's being said. Because for me, honestly, bro, I never really paid attention to the hate. But I had homies around me telling me, oh, bro, they saying this about you on the internet, or they saying you need to do more of this, or they saying you need to do more of that. And that blurred my vision on, not to blame them, because I'm a leader, but I'm just saying, you got to have people that respect what you trying to do first before the reaction.
Yep.
And so with that, you know, Electric Highway was an interesting project for me, because it was like, I felt like I did something right, but it was people around me that was just like, oh, this is too left, bro. This is, you an MMG now. You can't be doing this. And this and that, you know?
I feel you.
It was
Hearing
a
you
situation.
say that it was, you know, the whole motion and the cars, like, it makes so much more sense.
That's
for
what I'm
me
saying, bro. That's
and
what
like,
I'm
it made
saying.
sense back then, and like, you know, the music was like a movie. I felt it's like literally a journey, and you say it from point A to B. You can go from every single track, whether it's You know, the lights will lead. That's my shit. Like, every single song, and you got the snippets from the movie, and you got all these interludes.
for sure.
It's literally a journey in emotion, and I feel like at that time for me, it was super pivotal in my life. So I want to say thank you.
Thank you for
great
listening
project.
to it, bro. Thank y'all for supporting that shit. That shit mean a lot to me.
I remember young as hell, bro. I don't even know what happened. It was probably like going through some girl shit or something, bro. I remember the track I used to bump all the time in the whip, bro. I was in a Toyota Highlander. Nigga, I used to bump that Hold Me Down.
Oh, yeah.
Hold Me. I used to be bumping that shit.
Fire.
And you saying something like, it get lonely riding around the town. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I was bumping that shit.
Bro,
I was
that's
young as
crazy.
hell bumping that shit, bro.
Do you listen to any of your old stuff still, or how are you with your music? Like,
Sometimes I listen to my old shit, but also I make so much new shit,
music.
bro,
Okay.
that I be trying to figure out what I want to give people next, because there's just so much new shit. But I do tap in with my old shit, and I'm very grateful for my old shit, bro. But at the same time, I know, like, it ain't too much that's changed about me outside of the fact that, like, I tell people it's like sports, bro. You go in the gym, you shoot 50 shots, you know what I'm saying? You're going to better your jump shot. You go to the gym, you shoot 100 shots. You're going to better than when you shot 50. You're going to better it if you shoot 200. So for me, it's like I'm at that point where I'm shooting 200 shots. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sifting through that now. But at the same time, it's like I know at the time that I was at, I was shooting the most shots that I can. And the music that y'all heard was like me really like putting in the work. That shit wasn't no goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? So I still reference that because I wouldn't be here without that shit.
Hell yeah, man. And I'm telling you, like that framework and that body of work is gonna go for the test of time. And it's crazy that, you know, you and all the people around you had that vision early on. Like, and I think that's, and you know now, bro, it's marketing, bro. Like when I see you, and that's why with the whole Porsche shit I seen, I'm all like, this fits his brand.
on
bro.
brand, perfect.
You know what I'm saying? This is so on brand, But yeah, I rock with that. Do you have any other basketball analogies? Like, do you have any other basketball analogies that you compare to? You know?
I love the hoops, so I got a lot of basketball analogies. They gonna show up throughout the course of whatever y'all ask, because it's like that's a part of my life too. And I fuck with a lot of hoopers. Like I fuck with a lot of NBA players, bro. But we don't even have these type of like deep talks to where it's like, oh, my shit relate to your shit. It's just it's just a natural understanding, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when it come down to team building, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be telling everybody, like, bro, when it come down to this rap shit, like, we love our homies, bro. But it's like, just because a nigga your homie don't mean he can play motherfucking 48 minutes on the court. Separate, you know what I'm saying? All the hoopers got good homies too that they take care of and shit like that. But when it come down to playing the actual game, you gotta lock in with your teammates that equal the win.
The win, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I feel you.
Dropping gems. Holy shit.
You feel me?
This a Rockie Fresh TED Talk. Go crazy. Go crazy.
Stop it, man.
Do you feel like there's similarities to hoop and to
1,000%. But Drake told niggas that. He was like, man, rapping and hooping is so synonymous because they want to be them. What'd he say? We want to be them and they want to be us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
That shit real. That, like, I can't, but see, like projects like that, that's why I be trying to tell niggas, like, that shit shaped me as an artist. I'm not like this ancient rap fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm Drake first project, mixtape Wayne, Kanye graduation. You know what I'm saying? That's what made me who I am. So when I hear those lines and be honored to hang out with, you know, some of my NBA homies, some of my professional hoopers, shout out Denzel Valentine, shout out Gary Harris, shout out to Javante Green, motherfucking, even niggas like KD and D Rose and all of them then tapped in with certain shit. It's like, bro, it's an honor because it's a similar way of thinking. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. No. That's why I bring it up, because I do find a lot of similarities with that, and talking to people that you know are on both of those sides of hoop and of making music and shit. Like they for sure say the same thing. You feel me? Yeah. But I want to ask, like, when you got signed, like, what was the dumbest shit you bought, bro? Like,
what you spend the bag on?
Like, I won't say the dumbest shit, but you are like, man, maybe I could have not done that.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I'm
spent
saying?
a lot on that.
It's hard to say, bro, because it's like, everything that I ever bought contributed to my vibe to create what I create. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's shit I spent dumb money on, but I done made that shit back, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really like look at it in that way. Cause I'm just doing me, you know what I'm saying?
No, I like that
nobody ever trained me to get no money or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever told me what I'm supposed to buy at the time that I was supposed to get money. So anything I did, it just taught me like, you know, I never bought no extra dumbass shit. Like I probably spent more on clothes than a nigga normally would, but I'm Rockie Fresh. Like,
Right, exactly. I gotta,
you know what I'm saying?
gotta put shit on.
You feel me? Like, I don't know. Everything I did, I'm like, man, I be regretting it maybe like 2 weeks after doing it when it's time to pay for some other shit. But like a month down the line, it's like, damn, I done made this back time. It is what it is, bro. You can't take it with you.
Right. And I like that you bring that up because like my thing is like the first, like about getting fresh and shit, it's like, yeah, like you spend a shitload of money on clothes, but what does those clothes do to you? Your mentality, you know what I'm saying? You finna move a different way. Because maybe if you had some nice ass shoes on, you would talk to that motherfucker over there at network. You know what I'm saying?
You had that confidence.
Exactly. And listen, man, I'm gonna give niggas some game, bro. This shit hold value when you buying the right shit. So it's like I sell shit to go buy other new shit that I want. And Meek Mill put me on this. He like, man, bro, you might buy this watch, but you might want a new watch. You done wear this bitch in 18 pictures already, nigga. Niggas know you got this shit. Flip that shit and go get you the one you want next. Like, you gotta move like that. I lease whips, bro. I stay with a new whip for the next 3 years. But at the same time, when the 3 years up and I'm ready to go get the next shit, it ain't like I'm looking to try to sell my car and then I'm turning this bitch back in and going to get the next the year before, you know, or the year after this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I look at it all like that, bro. Like, you gonna have some L's in this shit for sure. You gonna spend some dumbass money. If anything, I probably spent my dumbest money on food, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't re-rock the food after you eat it, bro. Outside of that, like,
you cannot re-rock the food. It's done. That shit's funny as fuck.
You gotta throw them leftovers out. We good.
Oh God.
You feel me? That shit expire after a couple days. This Balenciaga don't expire.
Exactly.
Oh God. The Balenciaga don't expire. But yeah, we'll definitely segue. So like, yeah, that shit was funny as fuck. But so I definitely want to segue into asking you this question. So like, you know, we're kind of formulating into like kind of like the latter half of your, you know, music catalog with, you know, the project you dropped in COVID, which I fuck with hard. You dropped the 2-part of that. The second part came out. That shit was hard. But I want to ask you, like, what is like the thing you learned most about the music industry, just like from you know, navigating so far. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's a couple of things, like, you know what I'm saying? Break them down, because I know people are going to want to hear it, bro.
I mean, one, COVID taught me you can make money without doing shows.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it taught me you can make money without having to be outside. It taught me even how much fans lock in when they ain't got shit else to do.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The music, it hit extra,
So that was one side of it. It helped me understand my power and independence, but it also helped me understand how tough it is being independent.
Right.
And any artist that is succeeding and making the money that they want to make independently, like, I salute them, because it comes with a lot of investment.
Yeah.
You know, that's the one thing about being signed. It's like, and that being signed so young, it affected me in a lot of different ways, in the sense of like looking at investing money, because I was always the one that was invested into.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So once COVID hit and certain shit went down, it was like, damn, I gotta pay for this myself. I gotta pay for that. And it make you understand, like, being independent not as easy as it sounds. Everybody like, oh yeah, I gotta get this percentage of my masters and this. But it's like, bro, if your masters ain't making shit,
0%, 0.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it taught me a lot of shit. But me personally, I learned how to make money without having to get on the road, which was a gift and a curse. Like, I got daughters, you know what I'm saying? I got 2 young daughters. Shout out to Charlie and Millie. You know what I'm saying? They 6 and 1. I think, you know, COVID allowed me to become a better father and spend more time with them. And they was, like, Millie wasn't even born when COVID hit. So, Like her older sister, Charlie, like I was able to really be there for her as a dad in her early growth stages, and I feel like that was important.
Hell yeah.
But when it come down to the music, it was like, damn, nigga got so comfortable not being on the road.
Oh, God.
But I miss that shit. Like
Yeah,
I'm ready.
yeah.
I can't wait to go back on Twin and like really touch my fans in real life. Pause. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to do that.
Oh God, because
Pause.
But I bring up the Slide Through projects because other than Electric Highway, those are my favorite projects.
That mean a lot to me, bro.
I'm being serious.
That
Other
mean
than
a lot
Electric
to me.
Highway, those are my favorite because I remember when Slide Through came out, I was playing that Tony Hawk. I was going crazy on that Tony Hawk, and I just had that shit
Yeah,
playing in the
hell
background
yeah.
the whole time.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
like, damn, this shit crazy. So like, you know, that came out in COVID. Like, did you have those tracks in like the tuck or was that, you know, the product of COVID?
So who did this? Tonight, she did.
Yeah.
Tonight, yeah.
Yep. So I peeped what she said when y'all was chopping it up with her about her recording in her mother's house. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So for me, I was recording all that shit in my own crib, bro.
Damn.
All that shit came from COVID, except for Hold On.
Damn.
Yeah,
okay.
Hold On was
Okay.
been made. Me and Wale,
Right.
we been it. Me, Wale, and shout out to Aaron Ray.
Hey,
Aaron Ray
he
is a
went crazy.
special talent.
Crazy.
I watched him turn from a writer to an artist. I love Aaron Ray. I'm very proud of everything that he's accomplishing. But yeah, like, bro, I made them projects in my crib, bro. Couldn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I bought studio equipment. Shout out to Epidemic. That's my engineer, my producer, my go-to guy. You know what I'm saying? And shit, we set up the equipment in the crib and just went at it.
Man, that shit crazy, man. Cause like with you, like, you know, playing all your music, man. I'm like, this nigga know how to make a song. Like,
Thank you, bro.
A good song.
Thank
like,
you so
overall,
much,
feel
bro.
me? And like that's why I wanted to ask you, like, how do you know, like, when you like making, like, how you know, like, when a song is good? You feel me?
And shit, not to make this like, you know what I'm saying, one of them things, but like we may need to add y'all to what I'm about to say, but like I keep a good focus group, bro. Like I know that me personally, you know what I'm saying, I know music. I know music. I know I listen to the right shit. I know I fuck with the best artists, period. Like I'm a huge Drake fan. I'm a huge Wayne fan, Cole. If you making raw music, bro, I ain't got nothing to discredit. You know what I'm saying? So I know I move with that mentality first. So I personally hold my music to that standard. But also, you got to keep a real circle around you of people that you trust, that you know you can send these records to and be like, damn, all right, if bro rock with it, it's good. You know what I'm saying?
That's the one.
But then on the other side, too, I'm grateful to have the Chris Browns, the Ed Sheerans, the Rosses, where those rare days. Cause you know they working on being great themselves. But it be certain days where they like, Rock, play me some shit. What you working on? And then you get to playing their records, and them niggas real, bro. Like I love that about like and with Chris Brown in specific, bro ain't no hoe, bro. He gonna tell you if he like it or he don't. And it's like when I play bro records and he be like, nah, this shit hard, nigga. Like I ain't gonna lie. This one of them one, you know? So I'm real big off the people reaction because I make music for the people. This shit, like, for me, like, I know that I like what I like because it's me making it and it's coming straight up top of my head. So I know why I say what I say. But for me to make it relatable to y'all is, like, what's most important. And sometimes, you know, we'll have, shit, you been to the studio before.
Yeah, I seen you cook up.
But even not only you seen me cook up, but it's like, if you would have been like, man, I don't fuck with this, or I fuck with this, that shit would have stuck with me in a positive way.
Okay.
It would have been a thing where it's like, damn, all right, bro came through. So it's like, you know, he already invested in giving his time. So his opinion is important. Not saying that I don't know what's going on, because I go against everybody's opinion. They'll tell you. I'll be like, man, fuck what you talking about. Know this one. But at the same time, you know, it's really big for me to have input on the people that really just enjoying music. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So that's what it is.
No, I feel like a lot of people need that shit because you get motherfuckers like, you know, on social media and shit and all that type of shit and be like, oh yeah, I fuck with this, with this. They steer you in the wrong direction.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Niggas just want to retweet sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Niggas just want a little like or something. I learned that shit. And with the haters too, though. It go both ways. Sometimes a nigga, bro, I put this on everything I love on my babies. It's been so many niggas, like, that's why I stopped responding to hate. Cause when I first started getting hate way back when, I used to respond to that shit, nigga, and I used to get on niggas. I ain't gonna lie. No, I'm not no gangster, none of that. I just used to get on niggas. Niggas be like, oh no, bro, I was just playing. I just wanted to see if you were gonna respond and shit.
Yeah.
People just want some attention, bro.
Yeah,
That's why you gotta pick who you really listen to, like, you know what I'm saying? And it could be a large group of motherfuckers. I send my records here, Kendall will tell you.
it can be
We
sending
send our
them
records to like 30, 40 people, bro. But at the same time, it ain't on the internet, like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I feel like that is huge that you brought that up, because you could completely be completely headed a different route that you were supposed to be going to. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So I definitely resonate and feel that. But so we're talking about Slide Through. You dropped the second part to that, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was insane. And I wanted to ask you, like, I should have asked you before I brought this up, but your connection with Chris Brown, like, how did that become about? Was that when you first were starting out, like when you linked up?
No, that was God-given, bro. Like, I grew up a Chris Brown fan. I thought, bro, and still think this is like the second coming of Michael Jackson.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, like I said, this where my interviews get, an extra 5 minutes. So
We listening, bro.
I gotta tell the real story, but like, I've been not only a fan of Chris Brown music, but I, as a fan, promoted his music in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? I had a following. I used to post anything new bro drop. Like, I'm posting that.
Sharing that,
He ain't even know me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know none of his people, none of that. I'm sharing it, whatever. And it reached a certain point, and it's funny because this is probably my first time speaking on this if he see this. But I'm like, damn, I know this nigga Chris Brown see me posting his music. You know what I'm saying? But we never met off no internet shit. And what happened was I dropped this song called God Is Great. And God Is Great is produced by Boy Wonder, one of my favorite producers of all time, legend.
Top five.
You
Shout
know
out
what
Boy
I'm
Wonder.
saying?
Top five.
And also, from that record, another one of my favorite producers of all time tapped in with me on a higher level than we was already tapped in, which is Hit Boy.
Oh, God.
And so what happened was Hit Boy reached out to my A&R. Shout out Dallas. He was my A&R at the time with Atlantic, but that's still my family forever. And bro hit me. First Hit Boy hit me like, bro, I fuck with this. Like, Rockie and Boy Wonder snap, blah, blah. We got in the DMs. He like, bro, we need to work ASAP. So we booked the studio out in L.A. I fly out to L.A. from here. And we do like I at least want to say, because this was a while ago, so it probably was a like 3 to 5 day session. Let's just say that. So we working, and whole time, this big-ass nigga walking to my session, right? Shout out to my brother Hood. I love my boy Hood forever, bro. This one of my guys. But he walking to my session, my back towards the door. It's me and Hit Boy working. He like, hey, who in here got some blunts? and Hit Boy like, oh, my boy Rockie probably got some blunts. I'm like, oh, I got some blunts. I turn around, give him the blunts. And my boy Hood like, oh, you shit, nigga, you Rockie Fresh. Nigga, we fuck with you. Like, my boy Chris fuck with you. Now, mind you, I'm high on my mind. This before weed was legal in Chicago, I'm lit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, oh, word. Blah, blah. He like, bro, you should come over and meet, bro, right now. Like, we fuck with you.
This nigga said, oh, word.
You ain't know which Chris he was talking
Didn't
about.
know what Chris he was talking about. Swear to God. Didn't even know what Chris he was talking about. So, bro, walked me to the room next door. We walking. I'm like, damn, I'm following some random big-ass nigga that I don't even know. Folks might try to get down on. You feel me? So I'm walking. I see Carucci. This how much of a fan I am of CB, though. I see Carucci and his mama standing in front of the door that I'm walking in. So that's when it started clicking. And I'm like, oh, shit. Am I finna be like one of my favorite artists of all time? You know what I'm saying? And I walk in. And this bro session, and before I could even be a fanned out nigga, bro like, oh yeah, Rockie, what's good, nigga? I'll fuck with you heavy, bro. Let me play you this new shit. So boom, I'm in there, I'm listening to bro shit. He like, shit, bro, we need to do some music together, and I was just so honored, bro. But I'm a chill nigga, so it wasn't like, like I just was like shocked.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
you know what I'm saying? And then from there, my nigga Hood, the same nigga that walked me in there, he was like, man, bro, you know, CB about to turn himself in. That's when he did his little jail bid.
Oh, okay.
So he like, yo, come to the crib before bro turn himself in. So bro came and scooped me, took me to bro house. We locked in before he went in. And then when he came out, which was like, I want to say it was like 9 months, he came out. And I'm like, damn, like, at least I got to meet CB. Like, I feel like bro probably not even going in, you know, CB.
Yeah.
And when he got out, I swear to God, bro, he probably was out for like 3 days. Bro did the first song that we had together, like, in them 3 days. He FaceTimed me. He like, man, send me some shit, bro. I got you. Sent that shit back the next day. It was Super Bowl Sunday that year. It was one of the greatest days of my life, bro. Swear to God. So that's how it started. But from there, it's like, me and bro just built the brotherhood, so it's an honor to work with him, bro.
That's a crazy
we got
story.
several songs together. We got so much shit y'all ain't heard. Next time y'all niggas come to the studio, we gonna play y'all some shit. Like, we got shit, bro.
No, we need to hear that because he was on, you know, your most recent project, and I'm all like, man, like it's so dope, you know what I'm saying, to see you thriving and to see, you know, all these artists, not all these artists, but like, you know, these artists collabing with you as well.
Yeah,
you know
it's an honor, bro.
Exactly.
I don't take that shit lightly. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit validates my creativity to me because I grew up watching these niggas on TV. Even when it come down to Ross, it's like, bro, I wasn't no rapper when I got into Ross music. You know what I'm saying? So that shit mean the world to me, bro. And I thank them niggas. I want to utilize y'all platform to thank them for, you know what I'm saying, supporting what I'm on.
Giving flowers and shit.
Hell yeah.
100,
I want to get them niggas they flowers for sure.
Oh God, 100. And that's why I bring it up in like the slide through yous, like, and I talked about, you know, like, when do you know a song is, you know, good? Like, you make so many like songs that are just like just so just good all the way throughout. You know what I'm saying?
You,
it just hits on everything that I want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Like, you know, Incredible Feeling. You know, that track is just so, you know, so easy to just turn on. You like, you know, you get through with it. It's just a vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro.
And like your second slide through, like was that just all made in the crib too? Or
Same
like,
shit.
damn.
Made in the crib, bro. No cap.
Damn.
Made right in my crib. I ain't gonna lie. To the point where your reaction to this is like, damn, I need to stop fucking with the studio.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Hey, I was just about. I'm like, yeah, you
Making
might.
magic at the crib.
Damn, yeah, exactly. You might have to just deck out the crib, bro.
Nah,
like,
for
damn,
real, though.
that's what's up. Do you feel like you have like a different energy at the crib? Like, what is it?
Now, I will say this, bro, and this ain't no cocky shit, no bragging shit, but these was also made in really nice cribs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Ain't a regular crib.
like I'm gonna be real, because I feel like this is important though for up and coming artists to know this shit. Like,
feel you.
so like the first live through was made in like what I thought was the best crib I ever had. Like, the view was crazy of Chicago. Like, me and El, we set up the studio like right at the window, so the view was like the whole city. We right over the E-way. We seen motherfucking Willis Tower. Like, everything was just perfect. Yeah. And then once we did that and succeeded from that, I'm like, bro, I gotta upgrade. So I moved to the floor up, which was a 2-floor penthouse, and then we recorded Slid Through Part 2 there. So I'm just being real, like, that's how this shit went down, bro. That's just what we was on. So I will say, like, you know, your setting is important, man. Like, and I feel like a lot of great music come from the struggle too, but it's also like a lot of good music come from when you up and you moving the right way. So that's why I'm like, shit, my crib's still nice right now. I might have to.
That's what I'm saying. So every new project, you just gonna upgrade the crib.
Level up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one more,
upstairs.
You feel me?
yeah, one more floor. That shit. that shit crazy, bro. So like, what other like shit like endeavors have you been doing like outside of like music and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, have you been doing anything other than, you know what I'm saying, just keep at it with music? Or like, have you been like a part of like different, you know what I'm saying, events like the Porsche one? Because like that's a big look, bro.
Yeah, like I've been a part of like a lot of different branding things and a lot of different events. Shout out to 818, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, like, I've done a bunch of brand deals. Like, I was signed to Puma, like, did a lot of work with Nike and Jordan. Shout out to my bro John Stunson. It's a company called Limitless Creative that's like responsible for a lot of events. My boy Daniel on that, so he keep me involved. But at the same time, I will say that, like, music has had my primary focus. So that's my immediate focus for like the rest of this year is just creating a soundtrack to everybody's growth.
I feel you. Do you feel like that's how you stay on the path of, always pursuing music? Is like trying to give that soundtrack for everybody else?
100%, bro. And even when it come down to my own homies, like, I don't really hang out. Like, I got a lot of rap homies and music homies, but my day-to-day homies, these niggas ain't trying to rap or none of that shit. Not saying they on some street shit. They focused on, starting businesses and, achieving certain things in their own personal life. But still, it's a wall that you got to climb to get to that next side. And it's like, you gonna need that. You know what I'm saying? When you working out, you might have a nigga trying to get some more muscle mass and trying to lose weight. I just want to have that soundtrack to anybody that's trying to overcome, and it's like, that's always gonna light the fire in me, because everybody trying to overcome something. Even your biggest rapper, like Drake probably trying to outsell what he sold last time. You know what I'm saying? Or Drake probably still trying to connect with the fans that he been connecting with. It's like, I want to even have some shit that bro could be like, damn, I wasn't even, this nigga Rocky snapped for this one. This shit got me to, So that's just how I look at it. Like, I just want to be that bridge to the next side that you trying to get to.
I feel you. And I'm telling you right now, like, you've been that bridge, for me and Teo.
Thank y'all, bro.
We want to appreciate you for sliding through, bro. And I think we'll end on that note if you got anything else, bro.
Rocky, I just want to say thank you, man.
Bro, thank y'all, bro. And I see that North Face Supreme. Stop playing with it.
I'm trying to get fresh like the Rocky.
Feel me? Stop playing with it.
I'm saying?
Come on.
But we'll end on that note, man. If y'all don't know Rocky, stop playing, man. Tap
in.
the
Do your
fucking
homework,
in,
man.
I'm gonna see y'all soon, though. I'm gonna see y'all soon.
Homework.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll end on that note, man. Rocky, appreciate you once again, bro.
Appreciate y'all, bro. It's always
Fresh Flowers Podcast. We out, y'all.
Yes,